Thanks for tuning in to Jam Happy Hour, benefiting Sweet Relief Musicians Fund. I'm Michelle, the M in Jam Sellers, that with my husband John, we started a decade ago. Live music has always been part of our DNA, and it feels great to host you with our easy-to-love wines while also helping musicians in need. Sweet Relief is a non-profit fund that provides financial assistance for career musicians and industry workers who are struggling to make ends meet. Over the past year, we've surpassed our goal of raising $25,000 for the fund. And with your help, over the next 12 months, Jam Sellers is committed to raising another $25,000 for Sweet Relief. Simply listen in, comment, share, or like, and Jam Sellers will donate $1 up to $2,500 per show if you do. Plus, you can click or text to donate directly to Sweet Relief. So pour yourself a glass of butter Chardonnay and get ready to enjoy some new music. Cheers.
Cheers indeed. Welcome into the Jam Happy Hour benefiting Sweet Relief. I am Jana, hanging out tonight or this afternoon or this lovely happy hour with Ethan, also known as the Project Alt Bloom. And he is coming to us from a beautiful location in Montana. How are you?
Woohoo! I'm doing good. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you all right. This is like the fun thing. We're going to bring everybody into our inner circle here. I don't know if it is
behind the
because
scenes.
You're like behind the scenes. You're like the most beautiful. Like we can look behind you and see the fire and the trees. And I know Montana is a really big part of, you know, who you are and who you're from and a lot of your influences. So I love the fact that you're joining us all the way from Montana. But it's presenting us with some interesting technical things. So we're going to go for it because that's what music is all about. And tonight is for such a great cause, benefiting the Sweet Relief Fund, which helps musicians, back of the house. I mean, everybody that works so hard into live music. And now that live music is coming back, I know we've got tour coming up we're going to talk about with you that I'm super excited about. It's a great fund. So how this works is you don't have to do anything other than like, share, comment, thumbs up, say, hey, Ethan, hey, Alt Bloom, hey, what's up, Jam? Like, whatever you put on there, we're going to donate $1 up to $2,500 tonight. It's just that easy. While we enjoy yummy wine and music and getting to know you a little bit better. Hi, again, thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, I know you grew up in Montana. You don't live there full time anymore, correct?
I did. I mean, I feel like I live here full time because I've been out here since like mid-December, converting. I should have pulled the school bus behind me, converting a school bus out here with my girlfriend to live, tour, and we're putting a studio in the back of it too. So
now, I
just
saw this on your
with new ways of
Instagram.
living.
I saw this on your Instagram, which I thought was really cool. You're like, instead of Coachella, I mean, it's like Busella. You guys are literally going to convert this thing
Busella
to Busella. I mean, it's like, it's super cool. Where did the idea for that come from?
I think we were in Nashville, and I was like, I was in Nashville doing sessions, and it was a suggestion off the top of my head. I was like, maybe we could be in a bus so we could pop back and forth from Nashville and climbing in LA. And my girlfriend, who's actually on here right now, I see her, Gabby, immediately ran with it. She hunted down the bus, she found it, and she was like, this is exactly the path we should run on. So I really have to give her credit for starting the journey more than just a suggestion.
Well, I think, isn't it Rick Rubin who has an old Airstream out back that is completely decked out to like the sickest studio ever?
Yeah, and that's Bob Dylan's Airstream. That's no, Bob Dylan's tour bus is back there, I think, as well.
Goals.
Absolutely. That's future goals. As long as I can be outside and create music, that's exactly why I started this project. Is always the goal, because we're only on this planet for a short time, and I want to enjoy the actual planet while I have the time in the body.
Right. Yeah. Very good point on that one too. Is that kind of where the name for the project comes from with Alt Bloom?
Yeah, Alt Bloom came from, honestly, it was me trying to get like the nature versus city aspect into the project title, along with matching the vibes that I found. And I was in my bedroom in LA for about 3 days, just slamming words together that I liked, and that happened to be the one that felt the most like. It was just two words that I liked, alternative and bloom. And when I slammed them together, it honestly just kind of clicked. It wasn't a super deep meaning at the time. I've now found a ton of different things, like an alternate path, a new chapter, new beginnings. I found a ton of meaning in it, but at the time it just clicked, and immediately my gut just knew that that's what I wanted to call the project. But it took 3 days of just slamming random words together.
I mean, sometimes, you don't know the path ahead. You just kind of go with the vibe that feels right. So clearly when those words clicked for you, not knowing that it was going to turn into so much more. Like, I like it when like those moments happen. And those moments happen a lot in music too. Like sometimes just a song will click or a chord will click or a chorus will click and all of a sudden it's your new favorite song and you can't get it out of your head.
Absolutely, and you just got to run with it. When that feeling comes through and your gut tells you something, it's the biggest challenge in the world. I struggle with it every day following my gut. But when that feeling comes through, it only comes through for a short amount of time, so you got to follow it while it's there.
I love that. That's really cool, the way that you worded that. I know we're going to try to jump into some music here because, I mean, obviously we are here to enjoy the music. And I'm going to cross my fingers. And for those of you who maybe haven't experienced Alt Bloom before, I think you're going to love the voice. I think you're going to love the vibe. I think you're going to love the storytelling because it's all in there. And with that, Ethan, take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And a quick shout out to the tribe. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out. I see you throwing it up. And also, tribe, let me know how you like the levels. Yeah, damn baby, it's the type of way you make me feel it. Every day I'm writing songs about you on the back of a plane. Never been so happy to get back to LA. Thunder and lightning, darling, it's frightening. Best day with ex-love was worse than us fighting. Like you turned up the brightness, didn't even know it was dark before, yeah. Baby, before I met you, I slept in bedrooms, got drunk with my friends, gave lots of tattoos. Now I only want you, so sublime, so true, yeah. She keep me like a summer cool breeze, make me feel fine, just sipping on that one puff, 2 drinks, weight off my mind. There had a piece of artwork, yeah, their body in a t-shirt, my lips speaking these words, oh yeah, damn baby, I went from hello to I never wanna say goodbye, yeah, I went from what's your name to I couldn't forget if I tried. Now if I could do it all again, yeah, I would do it all again, hey, just to do it all again, and not change a single thing. Now, baby, before I met you, I slept in bedrooms, got drunk with my friends, gave lots of tattoos. Now I only want you, so sublime, so true, yeah. She keep me like a summer cool breeze, make me feel fine, just sipping on that one puff, 2 drinks, weight off my mind. There had a piece of artwork, yeah, their body in a t-shirt, my lips speaking these words, oh yeah, damn baby, you're beautiful, yeah, damn baby, my heart's so full, yeah, damn baby, why'd you lock that door? I don't think I need it anymore, yeah, damn baby, oh yeah, damn baby, oh yeah, damn baby, why'd you lock the door? I don't think I need it anymore, yeah. You. Thank you so much.
See what I mean about the vibe? That vibe, that is such a good, chill, up, happy, sexy, like, what do you, I mean,
Thank you.
what do you call that? I mean,
I've always made a joke that it's my Mac Miller meets Jack Johnson. They're just 2 of my favorite artists.
accurate, actually.
And when it came to, and then randomly, they're just two artists I really like, and then the MMJJ thing just like kept coming up over and over again. So, yeah, that's kind of what I compare it to. It's taken me a while to find my own voice. I mean, being a kid that was in music school, being a kid that was in a band, being a kid that was a songwriter in Los Angeles, it took me a while to really feel comfortable in my own voice, in my own spirit. Yeah. And I'm so happy that this is where I landed.
Did you have that moment, like, boom, this is me and this is what it's supposed to be, or was it like a gradual thing?
It was a gradual thing, but honestly, this song, Damn Baby, when I wrote it, I was on week-long trip overseas doing a songwriting camp with amazing writers, and we were just doing this pop stuff, doing a ton of pop records over and over. I was doing like 3 songs a day, loved every minute of it, had an absolute blast. On the way back on the plane, I was like, man, I really want to write an alt Bloom song. And it was like the first time that popped in my head that I was like, oh, wow, I know kind of what my sound is. And I literally wrote this record on a plane to an instrumental that I had just sitting in the back of a plane. And it totally was the first time where I was like, oh, I like know what my thing is, and I enjoy it.
I know Back of the Plane has made its way into your lyrics before. Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, if in that moment where you're just like completely jamming out on the back of the plane and people are like, what's going on with this kid?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do it all the time. I think when I'm isolated in a plane, if I don't turn my screen on, if you're just sitting there with your own boredom, me when I'm bored or if I let my mind be inactive, just music starts coming through it. So it actually happens on planes for me often if I just sit there and just let 10 minutes go by of nothing. And I just am super quietly. They're the most hilarious voice memos because it's me super quietly singing my phone with the plane going in the background. Because you'd be like, damn, baby, it's a terrible way you make me. I actually put the voice note up on my Instagram at some point because it was pretty funny.
I think the last time I completely vibed out on a plane like that where I wasn't like full of anxiety or wearing a mask or completely tripping out.
Mask free now, baby.
Mask free. But I think I was watching like the Oasis documentary on a flight. I think it actually was...
Super! It's so good. That
good.
documentary inspired me so much. Is it Supernova or Super?
The one that just came out a few years ago.
Yeah, it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but it's great. It's 2 parts. Like, it's amazing.
Road to Glastonbury and this.
So good.
I was vibing out so hard. I mean, I was like in my seat and I had my headphones on, and people were like, "Girl, stop serving her." But that wasn't it. It was the music. Like I was back into that, like
it's
late 90s, just
so
full on raw vibe.
That's what it's called, Supersonic.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's so funny that throughout that documentary, when you're watching it, you're like, man, these guys are such jerks, but they're also so awesome. Like,
they don't even know it. Well, they knew it. They knew it. They just did it effortlessly, and it sounds like you have a very like effortless kind of a sound to it. Like you're not going to get beat over the head, with learning life lessons, listening to Alt Bloom. But all the life lesson stuff is in the songs. And is that something that you try to kind of put across in a come here, we're just all going to hang out and just kind of like talk about this kind of way?
There was a rapper that stated something that I thought was so beautiful. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he wrote a song called Classic Man. His name starts with a J. And he was talking about when he writes lyrics, he does something that's called party versus ponder. When he's writing, he's like, I want people to party to my music, but I also want people out on their third listen to ponder my music. So I think it's something that's in there. I think that life lessons. I'm someone who's constantly trying to learn more about myself. And trying to figure out more about this life. So I think like my study of that eventually just bleeds through. I don't know. I think when I'm writing, I try to write as blindly as possible and just go exactly what we're talking about, like that non-judgment, going through the flow, kind of how I came up with the name. And when I get into that flow state, it's just whatever comes up. But I think a lot of my life and a lot of my mission for me personally ends up flowing through.
It comes across as very unfiltered. And in a good way, like in a let's connect kind of way, which is what music always does. Like, clearly the point is not lost on you that when you write a song and you put it out there, that people are going to have different reactions to it. So you can write a breakup song and it might make somebody realize, hey, I screwed up, I need to go fix this, or it might make somebody feel like, hey, thank God that's over. Like, once it's out there, do you let it go?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's basically like, I think even prior to, once it's in the release schedule, you kind of let it go, because when a song comes out, I've had songs that the day I put them out, they get 20 spins, and I've had songs that the day I put them out, they get 30,000 spins, and each of those songs have been on their own trajectory. Well, now the one that had nothing on its first day is now one of my biggest songs, and one of the songs that had one of its biggest first day is now a song that people barely listen to. So once the journey, well, at least as what I perceive from my numbers on my charts,
I love the fact that you actually watch the numbers. Now you're talking like streamings and downloads and like, do you really watch on that? Like,
I think it's unhealthy too, but I think that I do.
That's what I was going to say, because that's what I do. So I'm like,
oh yeah.
I love that you actually are aware, though.
Oh yeah, it's a super dangerous area and like an ego place when things are going well. What I've switched to doing now when I turn on my phone and go to whatever streaming service you prefer, and it tells you how many people are currently listening. all I do is I basically look at that. I make sure that I like seeing that my numbers are going up to see that there's a correlation of like what I'm doing online or what I'm doing at shows. But the thing that I like to see is when I see how many people are listening, whether it's 80 or whether it's 200, I just sit there and just go, I'm sending you guys all a hug right now. Thank you so much for supporting me. This is such a confusing journey being an artist, especially in the last 2 years. It's been so confusing. So I just love to send a hug to all of them in my heart, and no matter who's listening and how many people are listening, I just genuinely try to send them through the ethos of thank you.
Plus, anytime when you can put even more gratitude, especially to start your day or just at any point inside your day, that place of gratitude is always going to be the best place to start off rather than doom scrolling through your phone. So I think that is a beautiful practice.
Yeah, and the most challenging. We can all look forward to that challenge daily.
Yeah, that's very, very true. We can also look forward to waking up and listening to your music. Our connection magically opened up. It is beautiful.
Sweet.
So I want to jump in on a couple more songs here in just a second, but I want to remind everybody during this song, Tribe, Gabby, everybody, friends, make sure you're commenting and sharing and liking what's happening here, because every time you do that, we get to donate $1 to the Sweet Relief Fund, which is such a beautiful thing.
Run it up, Tribe.
Text your friends, pull them in, because Ethan's going to give us 2 songs back to back now. So grab your favorite glass of butter and let's chill and listen to some great music with Alt Bloom.
Butter, baby.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. It's a little chilly out here, so I got to tune up real fast. Sound a little flat on my end, but don't worry, it'll be quick. There we go. We'll start. This one's dedicated to Sahana. Always requests it. And I won't explain it. It just goes like this. Paper morning with the happy stolen, ripped up and broken, yeah. Where are we going? A full tank of lit flames, all gas and no brakes. You can take or leave it. Where are we going? I know you know the road gets blinding, but I know you know this car ain't getting there. So why don't we go back, rewind the whole track, wake up like nothing happened, rewrite the tears cried, forget the goodbyes, hello like nothing happened. All your fears and all your pains there, hanging over you from yesterday. So why don't we go back, rewind the whole track, wake up like nothing happened. X's and boxes, birthdays and losses, that dirt can blossom, yeah. Where we going? Mischance and missteps, all of the regret, you can take or leave it now. Where we going? I know you know the mirror got broken, but I know you know this curse a waste of time. So why don't we go back, rewind the whole track, wake up like nothing happened, rewrite the tears cried, forget the goodbyes, hello like nothing happened. Yeah, all your fears, all your pains there, hanging over you from yesterday. So why don't we go back, rewind the whole track, wake up like nothing happened. Yeah, ah, ooh, 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 yeah. Yeah, ah, ooh, yeah. Why don't we go back, rewind the whole track, wake up like nothing happened, rewrite the tears cried, forget the goodbyes, and hello like nothing happened. Oh yeah. in Georgia? I see you over there. All right. Enough with the sadness. This song is called Have You Ever? And it's a song about exactly what it says. Have you ever thought about us? Wrote it up in my bedroom, thinking about potentials. And it goes like this. Hey. Out having times on a Friday, got to the talking a little bit. Woke with a head tilted sideways. What was it back there we might have missed? Don't wanna give myself too far, and I'm right in where we are. But I've been looking at you, looking at me, asking yourself, have you ever thought about us? In the car, in the back of your mind, maybe just a little chatter. With your friends when it's late at night, me and you, ain't nothing wrong with thinking it through, yeah. So, have you ever thought about us? Have you ever thought walking the road back to that place? Picture the moment before we kiss, me waiting out in the cold rain, holding the letters your mama came. Don't wanna give myself too far, and right here where we are. But I've been looking at you, looking at me, asking myself, have you ever thought about us? In the car, in the back of your mind, maybe just a little chatter, with your friends when it's late at night. Me and you, ain't nothing wrong with thinking it through, yeah. So, have you ever thought about us? Have you ever thought about us? Oh, 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 yeah. Ever thought about us? Oh, 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 yeah. Now, top down lemonade. Love shine every day. Tell the world, what we got gravy. Happy ever after, let the credits roll, baby. Have you ever thought about us? In the car, in the back of your mind, maybe just a little chatter, with your friends when it's late at night. Me and you, ain't nothing wrong with thinking it through, yeah. Have you ever thought about us? Have you ever thought about us? Oh, 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 ever thought about us? Oh, 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 ooh, You, shout out Gia. Thank you.
I love your fans. They are so fun to follow along with, commenting.
Oh, we got a coming in sign. There she is.
So it seems like you're super connected, obviously, with some of your, bigger fans or people that have been with you like a little bit longer, and they have a name. They are a tribe.
Absolutely, absolutely, the Love Tribe.
Aw, that's so perfect. I was listening today, like in the house, like my daughter and I were just like, vibing out to the music a little bit, and so I pulled up your channel on iHeartRadio, and it's always very interesting to see who aggregates in there with you. And it was names like Ed Sheeran and Harry Styles and Chase Rice and Glass Animals. It was really kind of like a little bit all over the board, but then again, like a lot of my favorite artists at the same time too. Is that by design? Like, do you specifically not want to be in like one vein? Like, you're just like, let it be?
Oh, I mean, I would love if I could just be in one lane, but I think that I love too many things, and when I'm writing, too many things inspire me, and I have to just set them forth and let them go forward. I try to not hold back too much. But yeah, I mean, life would be a lot easier if I could stick to one thing. But I like singing, I like playing guitar. I love music.
For all of us, I think we would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you listen to when you have a bad day, when you're stressed out, when you need a mental reset? Like, who do you dive into?
I would definitely say Tom Petty's a huge one. Mac Miller is a huge one. Swimming is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
I've been diving into this kid called, I'm going to totally blank on his name, but literally last night I woke up at 2 and couldn't fall asleep, so I turned him on. What's his name? I'll think of
I
it
need
here in
to
a
know that
second.
name.
He's literally a new artist I just found like 3 days ago, and
Wow.
I can't stop listening to his stuff. Here, I'll
That's
just look
super
it up.
cool. We'll throw it up in the comments
look it up
later
while
if
we're
you can't
chatting.
look it up. But
Absolutely.
I've always believed in that good mood music. That I mean, there's all these studies that have been done on it. Even listening to the saddest songs possible actually gives you that the brain chemical that makes you feel better. So music will always make you
Absolutely.
feel better. But when you have those go-to like feel good songs, like I have a whole playlist of them just for those particularly crappy days. And I did see on your Instagram the other day, I think you said therapy is lit.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been in a lot of therapy.
Let's go.
I don't think I've ever called it
Let's
lit.
go. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever called it lit,
Well,
but
you
now I will.
You would those days, those days where a lot of things click, because we all go to therapy because we have some sort of monster trauma or something that we're dealing with that we're trying to get over. And I think when I have those days or a couple weeks run, when I'm really on top of it and really understanding what my demons are and able to be okay with it and able to walk with them and able to move and grow with them, that it's like the best times, and especially when you're able to have that dialogue with your therapist and be like, yo, I'm like really clicking and understanding right now, and then you're able to dive in deeper, which is great. So I highly recommend it if anyone's struggling.
Truly. I like the sense of control when you have those moments, though, when you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm in control of this. It's not in control of me. How much of that makes
Speaking
it
of
into
another
your
challenge.
music? Right, yeah. How much of
honestly,
that kind of
there was
self-discovery?
Yeah, I think a lot of the self-discovery makes it in there for sure. Beautiful, a song that I'll play next was talking into that specifically. But I think it makes it in there, and I also think that I like, for the most part, if you look at my records, most of them are happy records and being on the other side of that reckoning. Maybe sometimes it's sometimes it's convincing myself, damn baby, it's like a super confident guy being like, oh, that's my girl. With Have You Ever, it's like, yo, I'm so confident, like you've thought about us, right? I think about us, I've just thought about it, and I think that when I write from that confidence, may draw me towards it, or it's like something that I aspire towards. But the joy that I try to put in my music is something like, I'll write a super sad song and it's kind of depressing, and I know that people relate to that, but when people turn my music on, I want people to turn it on to exactly what you're saying. I want it to be like, let's feel good. It doesn't mean necessarily let's be happy. It's like, let's just attempt to feel better. Same as like coming out of a bad therapy session where you're feeling like garbage and you're like, I need to pretend that everything's okay, and in 10 minutes
And a milkshake.
it'll be okay. Smile in the mirror. Exactly. Smile in the mirror, jump up, down, do things that I would do when I was happy, such as drink a milkshake, and eventually my happiness will come back.
Or butter Chardonnay or butter Cabernet or
Butter Chardonnay. I was just talking to my girlfriend about that today. I was like, I'm really trying to lay out. It's like 3 p.m. and I'm just trying to hold off here for a little bit. Not for today, but just like 2 days ago.
Jam
I'm
happy
holding
hour.
off. I'm holding off. I know.
Well, if you guys
Right.
do want to try it, please look at the information below. We will totally hook that up for you. And speaking of wine and music, there is a little nugget known as the Bottle Rock Music Festival that's coming up in Napa. It is 3 days of music. I am so super excited about this thing. Ethan, have you been to Napa
sick.
before?
I haven't. The last time I thought about going was when Tom... Oh, no, sorry. I've been to Napa before. I haven't been to Bottle Rock before. But the last time I thought about going to Bottle Rock was when Tom Petty played it, which is like 5 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the cool thing is we're going to be doing some giveaways coming up, getting closer to the music festival less than a month from now. So just make sure you're following along at Jam Sellers, because we do not want you to miss out on your chance to get free tickets and come party. I mean, I'm going to be there. Ethan, can we get you there? And you want to come hang?
Let's go. You got the flight.
Well, that too.
I'll come through.
You'll be jamming out in the back of the plane making a new song. So, it's going to work for everybody
or in the
involved
bus.
here. Or the bus. Okay, so tell me more about this. How far into this? You said you've been there since December. You obviously have the bus.
Yeah.
What is you and your girl's vision of this amazing thing, which I think all of us slightly want to experience with you?
Absolutely. I think the first vision is the gas prices going down. The vision is being able to is honestly being able to my like favorite thought when I'm working on it, because it's a very challenging thing. I think after I build this, I'll be all set on building things for the rest of my life. I'll just buy, because it's a challenging process. You learn a lot about yourself when you're building. I've learned that I'm a perfectionist, so and I'm truly building something and doing like metalworking. So, and it's, of course it's not going to be perfect. So, but I try my best, but learn a lot. But the vision is really the vision that really holds me down is being able to go back and forth from LA to Nashville and tour in it, with like your home with you and a full blown studio in the back. And the other is to be able to go on a morning hike, out in Northern California, or over in Colorado or Arizona, or go climbing for the day, and then come in the afternoon and be able to work on music and mix records and use that energy to create and be that connected with it. Because usually they're kind of two separate things. And I want to be able to choice them and be able to, because I'm an obsessive worker. So I want to have the ability to work while also having the ability to go, again, enjoy the outdoors.
Totally. And I think that's something that maybe the last couple of years has taught us, that, we were so segmented before, and this is my work life, and this is my personal life, and this is my outdoor life, and and now, everything's kind of blended into that sense of, well, you can work remotely, and if you got a phone, like you said, you're dropping lyrics into your phone, or, it's like being able to meld all of your favorite things, I think is only going to make for, like, honestly, a better quality of life.
Absolutely, and as long as I'm able to focus on one while I'm doing the other, then that'll be the trick. But I totally agree. I think that the last 2 years really just a lot. It taught me a lot about myself. I mean, I had been in LA steadily for 6 years, and then for the first time left. And I never, like 3 years ago, never would have pictured myself being in Montana building a school bus to then go live life in. But it really did show me how important being in the woods and enjoying. I love what I do. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It's my number one passion. But right there with it is being outside. And I'm like, what? Someday I'm going to look back and be like, I wish I was outside more. And I refuse to have that be the outcome. So that's why we're on the path that we are now.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I was literally having that discussion with a friend of mine just earlier today about, you don't get the time and you don't get your health back. So make sure you're filling your time with all the things that you love. And clearly, I mean, plenty of people are filling their time with your music, and you're about to hit the road with one of my favorite human beings on the planet.
Such a sweet guy.
Mr. Andy Grammer, who... we've definitely watched him go through the full gamut of reaction to the last couple of years. I mean, he was such a road monster. He was on tour all the time. I mean, obviously he loves his wife. He loves his girls. He had a whole nother one during the pandemic, and now he's back on the road, and he's so grateful. And he's always been wonderful about showing his gratitude. But you can tell that man's ready to be out on the road, connecting. And how excited are you to be able to be a part of that energy?
Super excited. His team, him himself has been amazing. I've already had several conversations with him that have been super constructive to my own career and my own philosophies on life. He's just such a joy to be on the road because he really does make it feel like a big summer camp. His whole crew is amazing. His band's amazing. The vibe of everyone on the road is super accepting and loving. And to be able to go out with an artist like that, because I've been out with many artists and many different vibes, and to be out with an artist that is so open, so successful, and so sweet, is refreshing and amazing to see. And it gives you hope that you don't need to be a jerk, you don't need to be supersonic in order to be successful.
Yeah, very well put, Ethan.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. Like just being around him in his camp, it just shows you like gratitude is the way. And I mean, obviously that's a vibe that you subscribe to. And, I think it's going to be such an amazing show. I know you're hitting a lot of dates. You're hitting a lot of cities. It's pretty go. Like, are you up for it? Or you're like ready, or you're chomping at the bit? You're like, I got this. You're just like, whew, that's a lot going on.
I think I'm trying to take life one day at a time and be grateful for the day that I have, because it's super challenging. I'm always what's next, and it's been like a practice to be like grounded where I am. Of course, always excited to be on the road. The anticipation the few weeks before is always a blast.
June, right?
Yeah. It's mid-June is when we're going out. So it's like the anticipation is always like refreshing to be like, I'm going out and I'm going to go on this journey. I don't know who I'm going to come back being at the end of it, because there's always ways that you grow throughout the whole thing, and what you learn in the first couple shows are always a train wreck, and then it gets, no one notices. For you they are. No one else notices.
Nobody knows,
You're always picking it up. But it's just joy and excitement that you get to go spread around, and really, if I can be grounded in today, then I can be grounded in that day when I'm performing.
Well, let's have a taste of it. Right now, the connection is looking so good. So I just want to jump back in on the music with you. Ethan's going to give us a couple more songs of Alt Bloom here. And remember to keep commenting and liking and sharing because it's all going to that great cause. Each one we will donate $1 to Sweet Relief. So have at it. Give it to us.
Thank you so much. All right, tribe, let's see what emojis you can come up with here. If your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are. Yeah. Walked another long mile, it's a miracle. Go and brush it off. Oh, yeah. Well, the rain gonna come and the tears gonna fall. But after it all, if your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are. Yeah. Of course you are. Yeah. Been a hot day, been a short night. Get a heart strong, little too tight. Gotta sink or swim, gotta go fight. Every damn minute of this whole damn life. When the levee breaks, gotta move on. To a new beat, to a new song. That was last week, this is new long. And stepping on new today. Why don't you tell me about it? Oh, my shoulder here to lean on, yeah. If your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are. Hey, walked another long mile, it's a miracle. Go and brush it off, yeah. Well, the rain gonna come and the tears gonna fall. But after it all, if your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are, yeah. Of course you are. Some days my tires go flat, like the road just laughing at me. Hey, and some days the light bulb breaks and the dark is all I can see. Yeah, some days it's how did this happen? Why it always gotta happen to me? Yeah, some days are just days, it's okay. Oh yeah, why don't you tell me about it? Oh, my shoulder here to lean on. If your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are. Hey, walked another long mile, it's a miracle. Go and brush it off. Yeah, well, the rain gonna come and the tears gonna fall. But after it all, if your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are. Oh, yes we are. Oh, yes we are. Yeah. Oh, yes we are. Yeah. If your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are. Walk another long mile, it's a miracle. Go and brush it off. Yeah. Well, the rain gonna come and the tears gonna fall. But after it all, if your mama don't say that you're beautiful, well, of course you are. Yeah. Of course you are. Oh, yes we are. Yeah. Oh, yes we are. Yeah. Woo! Shout out to everyone who's fighting off those demons. Me too, baby. So we'll fold into the next song here. I know it looks like it's fall outside here, but it is spring. It was sunny all day until we signed in. You know how it goes. But we need the rain. So no problems. This next song is called Octoberize. What's up, Dana? What's up, fam? And it goes like this. All the lack of symmetry fits you so perfectly, lady. Yes, I fall with you close. Take 'em off, hold me close, baby. Those October eyes, I couldn't hold one lie. Got my heart so wide, like windows in stereo. Oh, yeah. God spends extra time, didn't waste a single dime on you. Yeah. So bless your arms, bless your breath, singing songs to my chest. Sweet dance the crowd away, yeah. Do 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 do, yeah. Do 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 do, yeah. Do 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 do, yeah. Do. Hey, say you hate your little nose, girl. I love that little nose. Always, yeah. The way you sway in those jeans means so damn much to me. Yeah, you do. Those October eyes, yeah, I couldn't hold one light. Got my heart so wide, like windows in stereo. Yeah, you. I'm ready for a hangover. Put some gasoline in my motor, girl. I'd buy a ring if I could afford to. Right now, yeah, you. I'm ready for a hangover. Put some gasoline in my motor, girl. I'd buy a ring if I could afford to. Yeah, right now, October rides. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, those October rides, baby. Yeah, yeah, those October rides. Yeah, those October rides. Ooh, yeah, oh yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. You.
Thank you to everybody who is commenting and sharing, and a huge thank you to Deborah, who donated a very beautiful chunk of money to the Sweet Relief Musicians Fund. So thank you for that, and
Thank you,
for
Deborah.
being along here with Ethan Alt Bloom tonight here in the Jam Happy Hour. It goes by so fast; it's crazy, and I have so many more questions for you because I love how active you are on the socials. It's like this whole dichotomy. It's like, I'm into outdoors and I'm into, being very unfiltered and being myself. But yet
Yeah.
at the same time, your social media game is on point.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just making it up like everyone else. There's some days I love social media. Some days I could throw my phone into the deepest of rivers.
Yes, that's true. But again, something I think we've learned in the last couple of years, and also with social media, no matter how far apart you are, you can still be very connected. I mean,
Absolutely.
we would not have been doing this,
Nope, not at all. Yeah.
before. But
I also wouldn't
here-
have the tribe. The tribe was born during the pandemic.
You have consistently released music,
Yeah.
in the last few years, and I think that's something that not a lot of artists embraced because they didn't know how, or didn't was it the right time, was it not the right time? Why have you felt comfortable consistently releasing music and all of this?
I just have too many songs. Gotta get them out there. Gotta get them out there. Gotta get them out there. I release even more of them on SoundCloud. I do short releases over there, like on official releases. So there's like double the amount of music hanging out over there for my tribe, for the people.
Yeah, well, I like how you kind of do almost like a behind the music on your Instagram. And if you guys aren't following at Alt Bloom, please do.
Please do.
If you're new to Ethan and the project, it's really a well done stream of music and consciousness. But I am such a big music nerd when it comes to wanting to know the stories behind the songs and where they come from. And some artists protect that. They want it to be their own. And then when you release it, it becomes, the listeners and the fans. But why do you feel it's important to share those stories?
I think that I just enjoy saying where songs stem from. I feel like I often more so talk about the emotion of the song versus the specific story where it came from. Because again, when I'm writing, I kind of just go into this flow state, and especially when I write my best songs, it's when I'm the most meditative in that state, and my judgments turn all the way off. And then afterwards, I look at it and I go, "What just came out of me? And what story? What lesson was that I was learning, or what emotion was I trying to push, or what confidence was I trying to feel?" And look at the back end of it. But there's always a few lines that kind of tie everything together, and that's why it's easy when I'm posting about songs, especially when I'm like reharming them and playing my lo-fi songs on keyboard. It's easy to find that piece where I can go, well, I know that the emotion right here and the overall embodiment of the song is about this thing right here. So I'm able to just push people a certain direction.
Yeah, I think it's very cool. And I also think it's also very clever in the fact that you tell the story and then you use the music loop from the social service to I was like, you know your game. You're doing so well. I mean, it's occupationally, it's like what I do, and you see people that are just not putting any effort into it, and you are putting the effort into it, and I think that's why it's connecting and growing so quickly, because you definitely have that sense of, I'm doing this for a reason and I want to do it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to connect with people, just like we're talking about Andy wanting to be back on the road for that really want to be able to bring people joy, whether it's for an hour or whether it's for every time they listen to your music. That's exactly what I'm out here doing.
Well, you use the word joy, and I know you've referenced, I think it is an Andy lyric, actually.
That's actually the name of his tour. It's called Art of Joy.
Yeah, if you want joy, give joy. And I think people get so lost in the woe is me and everything's going wrong.
Same, baby, same.
Oh, but it's like if you're searching for that happiness and you're searching for that, just that effervescence of life, giving it to someone else is the best way to get it. And I think you give that with your music.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That means the world. It's the place where I find my solitude and the place where I find my peace. So I like to be able to, it's a joy to be able to, again, that word, to be able to spread it to other people and take that moment that I had with myself that made me feel more whole and more at peace, and have that translate into hopefully more whole and peacefulness for other people.
Well, cheers to spreading more joy musically into the world, not only here with us this evening, but on tour with Andy and many more tours to come. We have time for one more song.
Sweet. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Beautiful. Perfect. All right. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to comment and like and share, and let's get those dollars up just by simply writing a word or an emoji. Actually, if you can put an emoji up that's going to make Ethan laugh in the middle of the song, I'll drop a $20 donation. So make him crack up in the middle of the song. That's what I want to see. Sorry, but not sorry.
Bring it on, baby. All right, we'll close it off with Potential. You guys know what the song's about. Potentially. Let's mess around and get hurt, or wear my Tom Petty shirt. Call me up at 2 a.m. at the door with all our friends. Little red sugar baby, Kim Petra's kinda crazy, looking at me one eye closed, tongue out in a purple robe. Now somebody please shake it up. Hey. I'm real tired of close but giving up. Whoa, yeah. LA full of pretty faces, yeah. But I hope you got a big heart, 'cause goddamn, yeah, we got potential, potentially. Come put your heart up on my sleeve. I like your sentiment on me. Now you could be the one, hey, or we could just have fun. Got potential, potentially. Come put your heart up on my sleeve. I like your sentiment on me. Now you could be the one. Oh, and now this club is a circus. Tell me, is the table worth it? I'd rather get back to chill than wondering who is real at the Grand Canyon shirtless. Grease lightning, is it worth it? Yeah, just trying to turn some heads. Thumbs up for a dying trend. Now somebody please shake it up. I'm real tired of close but giving up. Whoa, yeah. LA full of pretty faces, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I hope you got a big heart, 'cause goddamn, yeah, we got potential, potentially. Come put your heart up on my sleeve. I like your sentiment on me. Now you could be the one, or we could just have fun. Got potential, potentially. Come put your heart up on my sleeve. I like your sentiment on me. Now you could be the one. Oh, yeah, you are, yeah. Non-dairy custards for the win, baby.
Oh my God, that was fun.
Grease
The song
lightning's
was
a good
fun.
one, too.
I mean, you gotta love a song that's got Kim Petras kind of crazy in it, but the emoji parade there was outstanding, Tribe.
Yeah,
Wow,
that lyric
some-
was actually from there was a gal that I was seeing who came back from a Kim concert and was like showing me all the videos, and I was like, wow, this is crazy.
It is a crazy, and your lyrics are just so like. I don't know, it's like in a relatable kind of way. Like you sing like the way that people think. And I think people think at a speed higher than they actually process the words that they're thinking in, or at least I know I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you kind of sing, you kind of write in that sense of like you said, it's just a flow. Like you're just putting it down as it happens.
Yeah, as it's coming through your brain, and then you can edit it later. I always say, if there's any songwriters out there listening, always write with a passion and edit with a passion. It's like the write with ferocity and edit with a passion. It's exactly how I go through my best songs, is when I just totally forget what's going on. Go, Ethan, don't think.
By saying don't think, you're thinking. And it's like, damn it, now I'm thinking.
Exactly. Don't think. Don't think about don't thinking.
Well, my crazy appreciates your crazy. The music lover in me appreciates
Let's go.
what you're putting out there.
Yeah.
And therapy is lit, my friend. Thank you for spending this evening with us. And for all of you who maybe just experienced Ethan and All Bloom for the first time, please dive in deeper. Please stream. Please support. Please go out and see him on the road if he and the Andy tour come through in June near you, or in the subsequent tours to come for years and years and years from now in the big, awesome bus that you're currently building out. Putting the dreams out there.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you on the road.
You guys, please support where you can, and don't forget to support Sweet Relief Musicians Fun and order your favorite Jam Cellars butter bottles. And thank you so much for spending your night here with us. And I say cheers to you.
Cheers, fam. I knocked mine over. I told you
I
earlier.
know. I was going to keep that a secret. You guys have a beautiful night. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you so much for having me. Cheers, everybody.